Hello, this is Angela, and I'd like to invite you to the Joy of Sensuality workshop. I'd like to share a little bit about why I use dance to teach sensuality. I'm a dance performer and a dance teacher, and the most powerful place I've ever found in my life has always been on the dance floor or when I'm dancing. But for some reason I could never manage to feel that power in my relationships or find the right kind of love that I was looking for. There was one relationship in particular in my 20s that was pretty soul-destroying. At the end of that relationship, I was, for want of a better description, clinically paranoid. I ended up leaving my hometown and my friends and family and my job, and I went to the country to try and collect myself. I was very fortunate to find a meditative movement practice called Sufi dance, and that allowed me to breathe and relax. However, while I was moving, I still was plagued by these horrible thoughts about how unlovable I was, how unacceptable I was to any man. I couldn't imagine a man ever wanting to be in a relationship with me. Why would he? I wasn't worthy of being loved. And I could never imagine a man finding me worth a long-term relationship. Yeah, maybe a few months, but once it's all over, they'd be looking for somebody else. It took me a good few years to make the connection that this lack of self-worth was stopping me from having any real loving relationships. And even though I kept dancing, it wasn't until I found more therapeutic forms of movement that I started to find what I'd been missing. I'd actually been dancing all my life looking for a part of myself, but I hadn't found it. And it was in these movement classes that we developed a form of sensual movement that described a language of love in our bodies. It was like we were talking to our bodies with love. So we had to face those places in ourselves that hadn't been loved. And through very physical techniques and processes, we formed different ways of diving into ourselves and finding what that essence wanted to move, how it wanted to express, how it wanted to feel, and more importantly, how it could connect and share those feelings with others. So I'd like to share a little process with you right now about finding those parts of yourself that have been hiding, the parts that need to come through you if you really want to bring the kind of love that you're looking for into your life, or really if you just want to bring peace. Take your hand and just look at it for a second and notice the softness of the inside of the palm. And bring your hand to your heart and allow that softness of the palm to connect with your heart. Ask yourself what part of you really desires to be found, to be seen, to be heard, or maybe just to be touched. Holding that idea or image or feeling, I want you to take the hand away from the heart. So we're going to allow that feeling of that part of you that's waiting to be seen, waiting to feel itself through the heart. And now, as we're taking the hand back to the body, ask yourself how that part of you waiting to be felt wants to be touched, and noticing any thoughts or feelings or memories or images. So if you want to explore that part of you that's waiting to be found, please join me. You can register for my workshops at www.dancewithangela.com. And if you have any questions, please contact me, Angela at dancewithangela.com.